Alright, so I'm making Mexican rice. I'm cooking it in some vegetable oil until the rice becomes translucent. Once the rice becomes translucent, I am then going to add this mixture, 2 cups of chicken broth. I have 12 ounces of tomatoes. I have 1 medium onion chopped, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Tomato paste, I added 1 tablespoon. The recipe says that if you are using canned tomatoes, you don't need tomato paste. In this container, I am making Puerto Rican food. I'm making asopao de pollo de Puerto Rico. Again, I'm gonna say Puerto Rico like a Spanish person. Puerto Rico. So asopao de pollo, which is just chicken soup. Asopao, I think it translates to just soup. Asopao. I think it's like a Puerto Rican dialect of saying soup. So these are the ingredients for asopao de pollo, which I got off of El Boricua or La Boricua website. And this is how to make it right here. Just like in my other videos, what you can do is you can pause this to read this. The last time I made this, I think, was March 4th, 2015. Right here, you can see. And this is how I cooked it. I used 4 garlic cloves, 1 onion, 1 chile ancho, which I used for pozole as well, 4 cups of chicken stock, 15 cilantro leaves, just the little leaves. And I didn't use any pimiento peppers. So this time I'm going to use pimiento peppers because if you're going to cook just regular white rice, it says right here where my thumb is, it says heat the sliced pimientos and asparagus and their juices and serve as a garnish. Over the rice. But what I'm doing is I am cooking Mexican rice instead of just regular white rice, and I'll serve the Mexican rice with my asopao de pollo, Boricua, Puerto Rico. I am Panamanian, but I couldn't find any good Panamanian websites. El Boricua on the internet has a list of at least 50 recipes, and many of the recipes resemble Panamanian recipes that my family cooks at home on a weekly basis. So, for example, plátanos fritos. We also do arroz con pollo. There's a arroz con pollo de Puerto Rico recipe on El Boricua, which I love. I always cook it. You cook it with a can of beer. That's how the rice is cooked. And you cook it with chicken and just so many other types of spices. I actually have the recipe right here. Give me a second. Let me find this bad boy. So again, let's look at my recipe book. Arroz con pollo basic right there. Cochinita pibil. We have arroz con pollo de Puerto Rico, El Boricua. So this is arroz con pollo de Puerto Rico. And I'm going to leave the video right here for you guys to pause it and read the ingredients. And I know my paper's dirty, but it's just food stains. I use, when I cook this recipe, I actually divide all the ingredients into 2, and I only cook 7 drumsticks. See here it says season chicken with spices. Put chicken in a pot of 2 tablespoons of olive oil until golden brown. Again, I'm showing you guys arroz con pollo de Puerto Rico, but what I'm making is asopao de Puerto Rico, which is super delicious. Look at that juice. It's like red, golden. I'm sure that the pollo, which is pollo, guys, is chicken in Spanish. I'm bilingual, oh yeah. Alright, so let's look at this chickens. Look at the chicken. Okay, let's see. I think that, I actually think the chicken is done. So the next step is to add some peas because I guess Puerto Ricans like, I'm sorry, I pronounce Puerto Rican like a gringo, so let me do that again. So I guess the next step is to add peas because Puerto Ricans, let me do that again, because Puerto Ricans, they like peas in a lot of their recipes, according to El Boricua, the website. So I gotta add peas to this soup. And according to the recipe, it says, after adding the peas, cook for another 10 minutes. Diced pimientos found in Walmart. And interestingly, pimientos are the red things inside Spanish olives. So after I add the juices into the rice, this is what the rice will look like while it's cooking. I might have to add some more juice, probably because it might be too dry. I might have to add more juices because if not, the rice is going to be really hard. Something I like to add to my rice is actually to give it a little bit more flavor. Let me turn on the light in my pantry, my awesome pantry, which is like a room. Right? Can you see me? Can you see me? You, right there. You. No, not you, the one behind you. Third row, the one eating popcorn and licorice. Yeah, the one. Oh, that's a red straw. Okay. Can you see me fine? So anyways, what I like to add to my rice in order to give it a little bit more flavor is, let me smell this. I think this is the right spice. If it smells right, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. So what I like to add to my rice to give it a little bit more flavor is paprika. Just a pinch though, not too much. And it's hard for me to do this with the phone in my hand. So what I'm going to do is get a tablespoon, pour it in a tablespoon, and then put it in the food. So let me try to do this. Let's see how dexterous I am. Alright, we'll try a quarter teaspoon, which is half a teaspoon of paprika. And I added this because it smells good. And it adds a little bit more flavor than the original recipe that I'm gonna shake it. I'm gonna stir it. Stir. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add some more juice because the water is starting to be soaked up by the rice, and I can tell that I need more juice, otherwise the rice will be too dry. So what I'm gonna use is some natural chicken broth from the boiled chicken that I made a couple days ago. Mix it up. I'm going to guess about how much to add. I'll just put that much. I probably put too much because it might make the rice soggy, but oh well, I'll still eat it. I'm not picky. I'm not that picky. So we'll just wait a couple minutes for the water to be soaked up by the rice. And while that's happening, look at my Asopoa de Puerto Rico. What I did was I added green peas. So you can see green peas floating. I think it's ready. Alright, so I took a couple pieces of chicken out of the out of the pot, and this is what it looks like. This is some of the cut up chicken, and this is the drumstick. Let me smell it. Smells great. Smells just like my mom's chicken that she makes with the arroz con pollo. Alright, so aside from the chicken, I also have for this week frijoles charros made with black beans and pinto beans because I didn't have enough pinto beans. The green stuff, let me see, is the jalapeno. We have some pieces of bacon in there. And trust me, it's delicious. And then mofongo. Who wants momoyongo? Rosario, momoyongo. This is mofongo. Balls of plátanos. And I'm just going to pick it up. See, this is a ball of plátanos. And we have bacon pieces in here, chicharrón, garlic mashed, and olive oil. It's a mofongo de Puerto Rico. And then the way I mashed it up was I used this bad boy, which my aunt Milvia gave me. I mashed up the garlic and the olive oil in here, and then I put in some fried plantains, and then I mashed up the fried plantains, added some chicharrones, and yeah, and then I balled up the dough into balls, and it came out like this, which is called mofongo. So we got mofongo. We have this chicken soup actually, which is going to be eaten with my Mexican rice, which is also going to be eaten with frijoles charros, which is also going to be eaten with corn. I'm going to eat it with corn, and I'm also going to eat and make Sonoran hot dogs by wrapping this hot dog into, actually wrapping the bacon around the hot dogs, putting the hot dogs inside of a hot dog bun, and then adding the frijoles charros. I'm going to add mayonnaise. I'm going to add pico de gallo. What else do we like? My friends in Obregon, what else do you guys like? Chopped tomatoes. We added onions. Let's see. Oh, guacamole. And that's all I can think about right now. But I personally like my Sonoran hot dogs with frijoles charros, mayonnaise, chopped tomatoes. I could go with that chopped onions that Ivan made with the butter. That was delicious. What else? And then Rosario made last weekend. Rosario, you made chopped cucumber with the soy sauce, right? That was delicious. And yeah, so I am set for the week. I'm almost done with cooking for the week. I'm happy. I'm a little bit tired from cooking, but I'm good. Boom, boom, boom. And then corn, serve that with butter, salt and pepper, and I'm good. And then we got Sonoran hot dogs soon to be made. Life is perfect. We never go hungry in the Mello household. Again, we never go hungry in the Mello household.